Yo, hello, Indulgence. What up, Seeger? What up, random guy? Yeah, I stopped battling a long time ago. Because of all the accusations. Collapse. Gotta take the zin out. Yeah. It's that long? 2016. That's 10 years. That was the first time I battled Article. The only other times I battled him was online. This sound. Oh yeah. And it goes like. Inertia. I got some phones, one for the blog and two for the log. I got some phones, one for the bitches and two for the dog. For the bitches. Your beats are attracting. That one's so hard. I don't practice it anymore. It would be nice if I could compete, like, just once again. Maybe American Champs or something. I don't know. I don't like singing, Vishu. I suck at singing. Thank you, I am Ritu. Dip? I don't remember. Dip, 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 I dip, you dip, you dip, you dip, 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 I dip, you dip, we dip, you dip, 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 I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip, 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 dip. Reversing beats. No, I never really thought about it. My favorite beatboxer is still Collapse after all these years. Who inspired me is Reaps One, and how I got interested in beatboxing. I saw Roxer Loops years ago doing some set. He was like, I don't know, something very simple. Napalm, breathe. Just breathe. Marcus Perez. No diggity. I don't know. I don't really watch him that much. Your schoolmate inspired you. That's cool. Codfish is an OG. He's a beast. What's his one that I really like? It was versus BR. I think it was. No, was it this sound? No, it was. Bing up and warp, bing up and warp, bing up and warp, bing up, bing up, bing up and warp, bing up and warp, bing up, bing up. Trying to talk to a god. Something like that. Earthquake. The gaming version. Oh, the one I just did? Wunknown versus AI. I got shadow banned from the community, so I don't compete anymore. Oh, okay, Deems. Deems the memes. That's dope. Yeah, a lot of his stuff sounded good when he was doing that. There was a video with him, Inertia, Shogo, H-Has, D-Lo, and Vokodo. It was really good. What was the routine? I'm that kid, boy. You ain't out of kid. You ain't out of head, boy. Don't come at me, boy. Cause you know about me. What? Oh, yeah, that one, yeah. You better kneel before you talk to a king. You better kneel before you talk to a king. Kneel before you talk to a I don't remember the rest. I think that might have been it. What up, Sith Ricks? I don't remember anyone else's routines. Pick me up. Pick me up, pick me up. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Yo, this is The Rise. What up, bro? Okay. What is it? Wait. No time to waste, no. No time to waste, no. Does anyone remember that one versus Pash? Some note of drums. Yeah. Yeah, that round versus Collapse was insane. Also, his second round was really sick. When he's like, I just can't do it though. Break your ass. Do a backflip. That one I can't do. I should go back to reaction videos. I'll be as famous as Shazam. What? Oh my god. What? No way. Bro. Same reaction every time. What? Oh my god. This is impossible. TK. I want to use that in a routine so bad on stage. That would be a sick way to start a round. Just like all the way like down. Like start by kneeling and be like, Okay. Shazam is definitely exaggerating. I know he is. I know he's seen the videos before he watches them. What do you think of the last GBB? 2019 was peak. After that, I'm telling you, it's like no one has surpassed Collapse, even in 2019. Was that 20? Yeah, was that 20? No, it was 2021. 2021 was when he faced Inertia, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, 2021. Thanks, Raymond. I feel like after that, it's like, I brought this up. I feel like when you're a champion, thank you, random guy. It's literally just practice. Board day. It's just practice with the BDBs. But I've said this before about like being a champion. It's like it's hard because beatboxing isn't lucrative. Like there's not a lot of money in it. So to ask someone to keep defending the championship, it's hard to do. But that's why also no one like really surpassing Collapse, I think, because they don't have that bar set for them. But zero cover on. I just put it in a Zim. Yeah, 100%. Yo, that's funny. I just go. I've been thinking about uploading my favorite beatboxers from the new school, though. Does Collapse not count anymore? I mean, he's been beatboxing as long, like, I think 13 to 15 years. Maybe 12. I don't know. I really like Tropical. Tropical is sick. That fucking thing he did against, what's his name? B-Art? The battles where they were allowed to edit. He's like, yeah. You guys know which one I'm talking about? Osis is pretty sick. I just think he's cocky. I don't like him as a person. I don't really know him that much. I can't say that. But I saw a clip of him being like, oh, who's going to win? I don't know what competition he was talking about. He's like, no, this person, not even a chance. And then I'm like, I was never that cocky going into any battle. And then he lost to Pac-Max. I'm like, Collapse or D-Lo? I don't know, it's hard, bro. Collapse. I'm gonna pick Collapse. But D-Lo is like the same level, but I just think Collapse is so refined. But D-Lo has such a huge sound arsenal. He has so many original techniques, but everything Collapse does, his structure is so tight. I mean, they both sound good. It's really hard to compare. And they're both champions of GBB. Greetings to Indonesia, bro. I haven't seen Mental Acts by Collapse. And if I did, and if it's recent, which I'm assuming it is, I can't do it. Because I've heard some new stuff by Collapse, and I'm like, bro, insane. Like that fucking, I don't even know what he's doing in the fucking, the thing he does with like the, it's like a double, it's like the cleanest double spit snare I've ever heard. Abo Ice is sick, but he's like, kind of like, not a one-trick pony, but he kind of is. Like he's got that. I don't even know how to do it. I think it's, but it sounds sick. It does. I cannot lie. It sounds crazy. And then that fucking, I don't even know how to imitate that. He does like fucking 4 sounds for that drop. It's like, and I'm like, bro, that's insane. I can't even imitate it. I don't even know where to begin. That's something I would be like, yeah, you got me. I can't counter that. I'm like one of the people that can counter like 99% of stuff. But if something's like that, I'm like, all right, I have to tip my hat to you. I cannot counter that. I don't even know what to do. So I'll just stick to what I'm doing. Yeah, everybody knows Adi Karang. Bro, he was like on the rise when I was beatboxing. Like when he and I were like rising up together. I think there was some Alem Instagram battle challenge that me and him both competed in. But I feel like Adi isn't that crazy. He just has that one like, dum, dum, but I can't do it. But it sounds sick, you know? I can't do Adi Karang. I can't do his original sound. So I don't think Wing is getting overrated. I think Ring has been hyped for a good reason. Like he's, ever since Wing came out, he's just been hyped because he's always been so precise. So precise. And he has a good vibe, and it's hard to, you don't just get that with every beatboxer. You don't. Like a lot of people can imitate him just like they can with Codfish, but they won't sound nearly as good because the execution isn't there. The clarity and the execution and the, you know, his fillers are so precise. Everything. You know, it seems simple on the surface, like when you know, when you lay out all the sounds he's using and what he's doing, but to actually do it like him, it's like very, very, very hard. I think Wing is a beast. Do I feel like I've achieved a specific overall style or texture yet? I feel like I have more so than I did before. Yeah, for sure. I'm very tech heavy now. On a good day, I'm very tech heavy. Like a lot of my tech is refined. But I still take bits and pieces from other people pizzas. I still eat pizza, bro. I still take stuff from people and try to use it in my own way. But I feel like it helps me because um, it helps me that I don't watch that much beatboxing anymore because I just practice what I practice and whatever comes to mind. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys were around for like the 2H era when he went to the military, but he left for the military for 2 years. And then he came back, and that's when he had that battle against Alexinho, and he did the 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. You know, like that's when he introduced a completely new style for him and for the beatboxing. Like no one has ever seen, no one had ever seen that. And it's like a lot of people talked about that as like a concept. It's like separating yourself from the community because we all, I'm 30. Thanks, Dawn. We all are in this like echo chamber in beatboxing. So like, oh, this guy does I want to learn the or the inward bass or the whatever. You know what I mean? We're all constantly sharing and upgrading sounds until you find someone that's been in like the dungeons and the depths and they've been secluded and they come in and they introduce something completely new and then it's like holy shit, like we don't even know where to begin to imitate that. We can just only appreciate it, you know. But I think that's sort of where I'm at. It's like, I mean, I don't have anything that original, but I think stepping away from the community has allowed me to really refine what I was doing previously because I don't learn much new stuff nowadays. I don't actively go look up tutorials or study beatboxing and try to learn people's beats or new techniques. You know, I take what I have and I'm like, I have a lot. I have a lot to work with. And there's, you know, so why am I going to keep expanding my arsenal and my techniques when I should just really master what I have? I remember that beatbox battle with Napalm. It should be still up with me and Napalm. The one in the beatbox battle house is by like Tongue Effects or something. Um, do I have any future plans with beatboxing? It's just like a release, an energy release for me right now. I'm really buckling down on my career and paying off like debt and really just trying to do something with my life because I'm not, 17, 18, 22 anymore. I'm 30. I'm going to be, around the corner comes 35, then 40. I want a house. I want a wife. I want kids. I want all those things for myself. And, beatboxing isn't going to pay the bills, you know? It's it's kind of living off a prayer by putting out all this content. Like just hoping I hit the lottery with, subscription count and bringing in um, you know, the actual tangible thing, which is, money from what I've spent the past 13 years doing. And I can't commit to that when I have a good job. You know what I mean? Capitalism, let's go. Yeah.
I can't commit to making, spending all this time creating content and putting stuff out there when there's no immediate gain. And I pay to live in my own apartment, and I pay for all my gas and my groceries, etc., etc. I can't just be like, well, hopefully today I get someone sends me a couple $100. Hopefully today, my monetized video gets X amount of whatever. I can't hope for that. But yeah, I feel like I'll never go back completely to beatboxing because, you know, the term was beatbox is family when I was beatboxing. Like when I got inspired, that was at the end of every Swiss beatbox video. It literally said beatbox is family. And then I would go to these events and then I would create all these connections with people, you know, Villain, uh, Inertia, Zeka, Hiss, 2H, D-Lo, Codfish. Like you name the person, like I had hung out with them, had personable experiences with all these people. And then when shit hit the fan, literally, when shit hit the fan with my allegations, you know who was there? Not the beatbox family. There was that concept was shattered for me. There was no more beatbox family. Nobody stood by me. No one stood up for me. The only people that stood up for me are the types of people that are in the chat right now, my fans. And you guys, I will always appreciate, but your weight in your words holds little value to the mass of the community. Like for a couple of you people, or even a couple thousand fans to be like, Wunknown didn't do it. It doesn't hold that much weight, as opposed to if like Codfish or someone like that of his caliber came out and was like, wait a second, like they made a statement which I don't expect and I didn't expect, but I also received a lot of nasty things from people, a lot of nasty messages from random people, from also people I hung out with and I knew. And it just really not only took a toll on me, but it just left like an eternally bad taste in my mouth for what the beatbox community is. I don't even like calling it a community because it's not. It doesn't feel like it. Like what we have in the chat and when we get together and like this is a little tiny community, but the community as a whole, it doesn't really feel like everyone's together. Like everyone's like there's a lot of toxicity. But yeah, a lot of people, that are like basically no names in the community. Not to call you guys nobody, you're not nobody, but like your name in the beatbox community is nobody. Like so you don't hold any weight. I'm not trying to sound harsh, but like you're saying, you had no power. Even if the masses knew it was fake, that's not the perception I felt. In my mind, my world was crumbling around me. I was being in and out of court for 3 years, paying a lawyer upwards of $30,000 to clear my name, which I can proudly say that I have no background as of like last week. Um, it was dismissed years ago in 2022. The case was dismissed, but it took me all this time to actually go ahead and get it expunged from my background. Yeah, so I mean, there was only a few the one person that stands out to me is Kenny Urban. Like, really, that's about it. Kenny Urban, and then, you have, these sub-tier beatboxers like Galaxy, and, like guys like Notive, that aren't that huge. Shazam, actually, I still keep in touch with Shazam. He did invite me to some competition years ago called like the BBU. This was after the allegations. So I guess that, gave me some peace of mind. I don't know. Ultimately, it came down, or it still comes down to my decision to really want to, like, I've always thought like I should put out an explanation video. Like, this is what happened. This is my story. Take it or leave it. And I never gave that to the community. And the reason is, it's like, not that they owe an apology, but it kind of feels like I'm surrendering by doing that and giving, it would be mostly to give my fans what they want, like an answer. The people that do care, just to like clarify things, clarify stuff mentally with me, But I felt like, I just told you guys all the mental harm I suffered, or what was in my mind to be like perceived as suffering from them. I feel like I never had an urge to go back to that in the first place after that. So why even put anything out there? Like, I don't want to chill around these people. I don't want to go see them at events. So why am I going to put out my story when I don't really care to go see these people ever again? You might be right, Amorphous. You're probably right. You're probably absolutely right. Enough time has passed, and maybe the door probably is open. But if that was true, it's like, A, why aren't we re-uploading my videos? Why is no one taking down the Beatboxpedia page and updating that information? Not that I've provided them with any information. There is information to be updated. And the simple fact is, I mean, the person that accused me of these allegations, which I'm sure like most people know in this chat, didn't show up to court. So that's why it was dismissed. So I don't know how you have something a sexual assault happen to you and then you just don't go to court to put away that person that sexually abused you, hypothetically. I don't know how that makes any sense, but that should be everyone's answer right there. If that's not sufficient and evidence enough, because what else can I say to really disprove those allegations? I can't literally transport people back to the day that these allegations happened and be like, look what happened in the past on such and such date. Like, I can't do that. So if the information, the concrete information that's provided in the real world isn't sufficient enough to dispel people's beliefs, then there's literally nothing I can do. And I've had this conversation with some people, and like with one person that DM'd me nasty stuff, and I really shouldn't have engaged it, but I was like, what would you like me to do? How would I dispel this belief in your head that I did something? And I brought up the fact that I was dismissed and what I just said, and their answer was, well, some people that have had sexual abuse find it hard to take the stand and tell their story. I'm like, so it's just ambiguous. It's just like, then it's just my word versus that person's word, and you're choosing that person's word because they're the victim. They're the victim, and they made an allegation, and you're going to stick with the more PC thing to do, which is, trust the victim. And it's like, okay, I really have no words to, I can't argue any further. I can't talk to people like that. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, okay, I'm giving you concrete information and you respond with a hypothetical. That doesn't actually make any sense. Like, that doesn't further the debate or make progress anywhere. So that's not a viable excuse. It's just, so I don't know if that's what the masses think. It's just like, oh, like I really don't know what people think. I don't understand why no one, would just like I thought once the case was dismissed that things were just going to change like that in my life. I would be back in the community. People would be like, we knew it all along that you never did anything, blah, 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 blah. And no, it's like I have to actively tell people and tell my story, and I have to make the moves, and I have to, untangle the webs and, all that. I have to do that. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't care to go back to these people that so easily tossed me in the trash. Like, oh, there's an allegation about Wunknown. Oh, it must be true. Okay, well, let's just ban him, shame him, send him all nasty messages, take down all of his videos. Guy's a piece of shit. He should be killed, etc., etc. And that's that. And then the case is dismissed. I win, and then it's like nothing changes. So that's basically where I'm at, where I've been mentally about the whole coming back to the community. Yeah, that's actually a good point, Abaji. That's very true. I really didn't think of it like that. I mean, I did, but not in such layman's terms, honestly. Like, so simplified. Like, yeah. I mean, I knew that was the reason, was to save face, but it was like, thanks, Amorphous. That means a lot. It does. It really does. I feel like, now that everything's really sealed and shut and like expunged, I have more leverage and freedom to say and do what I want about this and speak freely. Because for 2 to 3 years, you know, I never even got a misdemeanor. I've never committed a crime in my entire life. So to be literally slapped on the wrist with a felony and to think for 2 to 3 years, am I going to jail for 20 years possibly for something I didn't even do? Like, that was what was in my mind. Very traumatic. Very fucking traumatic. I don't even know where I was going with this. I had a point. I did have a point. I was going somewhere with it, but yeah. I guess I started having Vietnam flashbacks. I don't know. I do miss battling. But at the same time, it's like bittersweet because it's like, who knows how long I would have continued. I can't say that I continued to lie to myself. I feel like I really was right there, like as far as becoming successful with beatboxing. Like I had just opened the door. You know, I had beat Collapse. I just competed in the World Championship, vocal total. Like I was on the uprise. My subscriber count was going up. All I needed was one invitation to GBB. And then my subscriber account, my subscribers would go up, and then I could actually start making, content. And like any video I put out, it's just like, oh, okay, 10, 20, 30K. And that's enough to replace my day job. And then I could just, continue making content, which is what I liked doing, getting something back after putting in all this time. But now it's just like I have so many responsibilities. It's hard to like just. I've never been a risk taker, like honestly. With like, and the only reason I was somewhat was just because I was ignorant before. Like I didn't know what the world had to offer me. I didn't know what was capable of me. I didn't know anything else besides beatboxing. I was beatboxing since I was 17. For like basically 9 to 10 years. I didn't have a career path other than beatboxing set up for me. So I say it's bittersweet because when beatboxing ended, it really put me in this fight or flight mode where I had to find something. I had to find a career. I had to do something. So it sucks that like, yeah, I can't, I didn't continue my trajectory. But at the same time, I found something safe and secure, and I do have a path forward now, and I'm working towards that. Thank you, BPM. I could do that, Corano. I literally have. I don't see why this is. This is the last charge. There's 3 charges. I have it right here because I just did it last week. So this was the fugitive of justice charge. Ordered, adjudged, and decreed, and district court order for sealing record. So there was 3 charges. There was like rape, assault and battery on a person over 14, and then this fugitive of justice charge, which was because I got something in the court telling me, something in the mail to tell me to go to court, and I never got it in the mail, so they thought I was a fugitive, like running away. I was like, I'm right here. Didn't know I had a court date. So I had to get all of that sealed and expunged. But yeah, I'm sure if I sent all of this to Swiss Beatbox, maybe at that point it's still up to. I think it's still up to their discretion. Like they still don't have to let me back in. It's not like there's some FSCA like Fair Credit Act something. It's not like a normal job where they have to review your background and let you participate in the onboarding process and all that jazz. I think because they're like an individual, like separate, I don't even know what you call it, proprietary business. I don't know what the term would be. I don't know if they have to actually uphold any of that. Because I don't know if I could really take any legal action. Because those aren't my videos. So they can do what they want and please. And that's the thing, Abaji. I don't know if I think I'm good, but I don't know if I have the capability to like literally provide so much shock. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I just gotta put out a video that's so crazy, so shockworthy that it's hard to ignore. But I don't know if I have that capability. I'm not Collapse. Like if I was on Collapse's level and then I just put something out like that, it would be like, okay, even if he is a piece of shit, and I'm not, even if he did it, that is so fucking good. We have to let him, like, it's kind of like Tamazakri, how they still let him compete in fucking GVB because he had so much clout behind his name. We had basically the same level of charges, not the same charge, but the same level. And here I am watching from the fucking bleachers, like, oh, wow, this guy is still competing on the fucking stage because he's gonna bring in viewership. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I should just do something, even if it goes nowhere. At least I can say I tried. I've been so proactive about everything, guys. Like everything in my life, trying to change everything, from like getting my health care back, completely redoing my dental work over the past year, from getting this sealed all within like 3 months with the help of ChatGPT. Lawyer GPT, bro. I'm telling you. I literally just ChatGPT'd what I should do to get this sealed and expunged. And it walked me through the whole thing. From going to the court, to writing my statements, everything, to filing the paperwork. So funny. I could probably do the same thing with Swiss Beatbox. Like, what do I do? I just need to know what Swiss Beatbox is as an entity. That's the thing, Abaji. I feel like I've said this for like, even when I was at my prime in like 2019, 2020. I think I'm a lot better than I was then. But I feel like I'm a beatboxer who needs to be on a stage. Like for you to really perceive, for me to convey what's happening, for you to feel the full extent of Wunknown and like what's happening, like you need to hear me on stage instead of just looking at me through a computer screen and a mic. Because I don't have like, I'm very energy based, and I've talked about this with Reaps One. Like I remember him saying to me, he's like, there's literally been nobody else. Like, he's like, out of anybody here, this was at World Championship. He's like, you give me like the most energy I've ever felt. And that meant so much because he's my inspiration. I'm like, holy shit. So channeling that into a video where you can just click on it and replay it. I need to have structure and sound good, you know. Wait, we've hung out in person? Or you were there at my battles, John? You're very articulate, Amorphous. I mean, you guys all sound pretty intelligent. Are you, have you seen me at, like, open mics? Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a great comparison, is D-Lo. But I feel like his originality also overshadows his lack of, like, collapse level structure, you know? Collapse is just like, I don't know where he gets it from, if he has like some musical background, but like, I don't know. I feel like I should take some like music classes. I've always felt like that, like to just improve the structure and the timing, and then I'd be golden. And if I could sing and pitch right, if I could just, yeah, like if I wish GBB was like kind of like world championships, where I mean the difference was you needed to be a national champion to get invited to the world championship. You needed to be the number one in your country to be there. But everyone got equal opportunity after that to be on stage to do their elimination. Whereas it's like in your own country, anybody can just go on the stage and do an elimination. If I had that opportunity for GBB, I feel like I could probably get in to the battles. A little piano. Interesting. Oh, Corey? Corey, the one that's like does comedy now? The one that's like friends with Jess Klebda? Oh shit. So you've known me for a hot minute. Yeah. Coronel. Yo, you guys have crazy names. I don't know. If I could just fucking have some time to just put something together. I think I could do something pretty good. I don't know if it's the fear talking. I forget which one of you guys said that, but I feel like it's not fear, but self-doubt. I guess they're like interchangeable emotions. They're like kind of like a sub-variant of each other. I feel like I can make a kick-ass like fucking drum and bass one now with all my techniques. I mean, I have some new stuff. Someone asked me earlier what's the newest sound I've learned. Probably this original sound. It's probably not the newest, but it's one of them. But I can't, it's hard to do it individually. I can feel like I can do a couple different things with it. I don't know. I feel like it, it's kind of easy though. But it just sounds cool. It's like like the Kim squeak, or like Napalm's like, but you do it with your tongue a lot more forward. Ballistics, I think that's his name. Ballsticks. Ballistics did like a, but you push your tongue even more forward. It's not that crazy. I mean, it sounds really cool and original, and I'm pretty sure no one else does it, but that's like one example. I feel like since I've got my wisdom teeth removed, I've gained my control back over the duck sound because I lost it for a few years. Been practicing more OD bass, but just basically like one pattern. I've gotten cleaner with my tech, like the certain patterns. Specifically the I kind of got the post snare, but I do it weird. And it's not consistent. But I can do it, it's because I do it with my tongue up. And I know you're supposed to do it with your tongue down. So sometimes I get like this like really high pitched. I feel like that's original. But I haven't really ever practiced it that much to like Also, I don't know if anyone else does it. Actually, there is one person who's one of my friends, and he's my fan. It's Jared. Jared Gallardo. He can do a single vortex whistle. I feel like the vortex is really underused. Like there's much potential there. Oh yeah, that one too, which I need to work on more. Can like vocalize. No, that's a case snare whistle. I want to get it with like jungle. But it's hard because it's very like the position is very specific. Dillip does it. I know Helium can do it too, but I don't think he can vocalize it. And then also I don't think I'll fucking like be able to use this like in a beat, which is like falsetto over it. It sounds kind of trippy. At Rick's, I forgot about that place. What did I do? The Tech? I might have been doing, I don't know, I have so many different. I took that from HS. I can't, I've tried it. They like, the airflow needs to come from the side instead of the throat. But I can do it with the chest bass. But it's so hard. I have to sit and practice for like a minute. Yeah, it's coming through now. But it does sound cool. But there's so much I can do with it, but it's like one of those sounds I have to practice for another fucking couple months just straight. Also, I just been doing Collapse's thing. I really want to get it. And the other one. Ah, man. It's so hard. Like, his shit is so crazy, bro. Once you, like, realize what he's doing and then you try to do it, you're like, bruh. All right. Have a good one, Abaji. Always remember you will be the BDB God. I did get him once. Not almost. I did. I beat him. If I had kept going. Have a good night, brother. Thank you for joining. I'm actually going to get going, too. I got to be up. Usually go to bed at, like, in an hour from now. I didn't expect this much love and in-depth conversation and support. I kind of came on here because my Instagram wasn't, I just got a new phone and I can't log into my account. So I have to dispute that with Instagram. So I was like, I really want to go live and beatbox. So I was like, you know what? I haven't done YouTube in a really long time. And I usually get more love on YouTube anyways. It just takes a while for people to start joining. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining. Maybe I'll do this soon, like maybe next week again. I hope y'all can tune in eventually. And I'm going to try to do something about this, situation with Swiss Beatbox. That's on my radar now. After talking to you guys and getting some different perspectives, and yeah, definitely meant a lot. But appreciate you too, bro. And yeah, I know there are so many battles. I've been trying to watch here and there. So many new faces. All right, guys. Peace.